Today I'm going to show you how to make a basic friendship bracelet. I started making friendship bracelets when I was in middle school. I've always loved making things with my hands, so I wanted to share that with you guys today. I'm going to start with a very simple one, and then I'll show you how to make this one, and then I'll also show you how to finish it off. So what you're going to need is some embroidery floss or embroidery thread. You can buy this from your local craft store. It usually comes wrapped like this. And an easy way to store them is to put them on clothes pegs, wind them up, and it just makes it not such a tangly mess once you've taken it out of the little holder. Just gonna move everything off to the side here. And this is the bracelet. We're gonna do a very simple, just straight pattern using 4 strands of embroidery floss. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna cut the length of your floss, and I usually fold it in half to make the loop, and I go the length from my arm all the way up to my shoulder. So from the tip of my fingers to my shoulder, and that usually is enough for a wrist. So I'm gonna start with just a simple knot so you get the knot technique down first before we go to the stripe pattern. It's a good idea to tape your string down to a surface, because as you're pulling, you want some tension on the string as you're knotting things. So I think this is like a macrame knot. This is applicable to macrame also. I don't know how to do macrame, but basically a friendship bracelet is just tying knots. So you're gonna start with 3 strands down and 1 in your hand. I am right-handed, so I hold with my left and I knot with my right. So I hold them down and I tie a knot and I pull up. And then I just keep doing that over and over. So you're basically wrapping the string in your right hand, the colored string, around all 3. And as you keep going and going, you'll notice that it's starting to create like a snake pattern. It's starting to wind around. It'll keep winding around. So now, because I'm close to the end, I'm actually gonna put my string underneath so that it has space to wind in behind. And sometimes you need to do a little adjustment if it doesn't pull nicely. I'm working fast here just so I can show you the effect. And I'm gonna do that same thing I did before, because I'm getting here and it's starting to go behind. I'm gonna put my string under and keep looping around. Now what's fun about this technique also is that you can switch colors. So I've got my pink spirals going around here, but now I want to maybe change to my green. So I take the 3 strands here and I take the one color I want to show, and I just do the same thing again. Tie a knot, pull up, tie a knot, pull up, tie a knot, and pull up. I'm getting close to the edge and it's gonna wanna wrap around the back. So I put my string here and I keep going. So the way it's formed is that each knot stops when it touches the next one. So it's just like wrapped around the threads. So that's your basic knotting technique. So if you know how to do that knot, you'll be able to make the stripe pattern, which I'm going to show you next. But I'll do a little close up here. So that's what you get. So now I'll show you how to make it stripey. So I'm gonna tape it down nice and secure because I don't want it coming up. And the pattern I want to create is the same as here. It's a row of green, green, pink, pink, green, green, pink, pink, green, green, pink, pink. So in order to do that, you need to put your strings in the correct order. Which would be green, green, pink, pink, or pink, pink, green, green, however you want to start it. So I've got my 2 greens here and my 2 pinks here. So I'm going to take my first green, and I like to wind it up like this. It's just easier to work with a shorter string than a longer string. And I'm going to 1, 2, double knot it around that one. Take my next string, 1, 2. Next string, 1, 2. Now I'm done with this one, so I just leave it there and I keep my string in the same order and I go again. So I'm holding in my left hand because I am right-handed. I go under and then I pull up. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now I'm on my pink. Now the reason we double knot is because if you were to just do one, it wouldn't show up. When you do the double knot, the knot's there, and then when you do the second one, that's how the little bump shows up. I'm sure there's a technical term for that. I don't know what it is, but this just makes sense to me. So once in a while you want to make sure that all your things are in the right order. It doesn't really, it's not that difficult when you're only dealing with 4 strands, but eventually you might want to do more strands. So you want to make sure that everything is aligned. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're all in the right spots. Nothing is twisted or bunched up. I'm going to do another row of green. And you can already see that my bracelet is starting to form. So with just the 4 strands, it goes by very quick. You can get this done probably in under half an hour. You just keep going and going. I'm not going to show you the full half hour here, so you get the idea. Hopefully you understand how to do this now. And the sky's the limit. You can add different colors, you can start to make patterns, you can start to make V shapes, but I just wanted to show you the simple method. If you used to do this as a kid, it's a little refresher, or if you just want to learn, this is the easiest way. So we've done the basic knot, where you just wrap around and it creates that design. I've shown you this. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to finish the bracelet. So it's like a cooking show all of a sudden. Ta-da, all done. So to finish it off, there's probably different methods, but this is the method that I always use. So I tape it down. I'm actually gonna probably tape it right there so it stays. And because I have 4 strands, I'm gonna divide them into equal parts. And I'm just going to twist the strands and twist them around each other. So with my fingers, I'm pinching and twisting them, and then I'm twisting them over themselves. The the whole thing will twist. And the reason you twist and then twist, it's kind of like spinning yarn. If you twist and twist, so I'm twisting this way, but then I'm wrapping in the opposite direction. It doesn't buckle. So you get a nice straight line. And I like to twist more than I need because the last thing I'm gonna do is just tie it in a knot at the end. I'm gonna take this. Tie it in a knot and cut the excess off. And then I'm going to do that with the other side also. Like I said, twist and then wrap around itself, or twist around each strand around itself, or the two of them. Gonna test to make sure they're even. Almost there, not quite. They're about even now. So just do a regular knot. Tighten that up, trim off the end, and my friendship bracelet is all done. So there it is. It's all done with the tail. And to put it on, you just thread one string through here. Tie it in a knot. There you have it. A refresher course on how to make friendship bracelets that you used to make when you were younger, or if you don't make friendship bracelet or never have, you just maybe will pick up a new hobby. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think.